Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I'm your host, the Incredible Sulk, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic evening. Everything is going swimmingly, I trust. What is that on my face? Sorry, I've had a pimple on my face for like fucking almost a week now, and it was a biggin, but it's getting better. You know, just like my life. It's getting better. It's not a pimple, but I mean, I guess that would be an apt analogy if you wanted to use that. It's swelling, it's filled with pus, and you know, you want to just pop it, right? But you decide not to because that's not going to help anything, right? Then it's just going to lead to a bunch of blood, and it'll be satisfying, sure, it will, but it's only short term, you know. It's a short-term solution for a long-term problem. Is that how it is? I think that might have been one of my best analogies I've ever made. Look into it. Think about it. Really. I don't give myself enough credit for how deep I am. I don't think you guys do either, honestly. I spit words of wisdom on the daily here. On the daily. And what do I get in return? Honestly, what do I get in return? It's just a bunch of disrespect. That's okay. I can handle it. I can handle it because I'm a big boy. And I hope you guys can too. Welcome to the Sulk stream. It is a wonderful Wednesday night, I believe. Let me check. Yeah. It's definitely Wednesday. It's definitely Wednesday. It's a fact. Thanks for coming. Again, I hope you're doing well. Tonight we are doing, I don't know. Why are you tired? Why are you so full of tired of bullshit? Well, like, what is it about life that makes you so tired? Why do you get up every day and you're just a little bit more tired? Why are we constantly burning ourselves up in you know, bullshit, like what to watch on TV and what to do that day and what we should eat? Whether we should do this or that or some other bullshit. And you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, does it? You know it doesn't. I know it doesn't. Right? But you still rack your brain with dumb little decisions from day to day. Not me. Not this guy. I have gotten out of the matrix. I have gotten out of the decision matrix. You know? That's how they entangle you. You know that, right? That's how they confuse and web you up and stuff like that. Will you like this stupid gay product or this stupid gay product? Yeah, they're made by the same stupid gay company, but it doesn't matter which one you pick because they're both gonna poison you, honestly. You gonna watch this show? You gonna watch another show? You gonna watch a third show? Why? Who gives a shit? Turn the TV on and just zone just be gone, you know? I don't know. I don't like making decisions. That's why I wear my black t-shirt, my infamous black t-shirt, every single day. You know why? That's one less decision, right? That's saving my neurons for more important things. Like, what should I do today? Oh, nothing again? Sold. I will sit here with my hand down my pants, doing absolutely nothing, wasting my life away until the Grim Reaper comes to claim my soul. It's a good life. It's a good life. I'm happy with it. You know, I couldn't be doing much better. I honestly can say that. I could not be doing much better. I can't speak for any of you, but for me, this guy, he's knocking it out of the park on the daily. So, if you want to know how old John was doing, that's how he's doing. He's doing quite well. Who was surprised? Who here is honestly surprised? This guy. Anyways, thank you so much for coming on this Wednesday evening show. Again, we're discussing decision fatigue and how it's a weapon used against you. So I'm sure it'll be interesting. I'm sure it'll be fun. So get comfy. Get cozy. Get a nice bottle of... Do you really have to make a decision? Just grab whatever's in the fridge, for God's sakes. The hardest thing you can. The absolute highest level of liquor. And I might do the same. I don't know. Is it that kind of day? I don't even think I have any liquor in my fridge. But, we'll see. I might have some wine. Would you guys be into a wine show? I'll think about it. I'll contemplate it. Do I want to hang over tomorrow? Not especially. But am I willing to do that for you guys, for my cult, for my family, for mi familia, as the Espanols say? I'll consider it. I'm willing to sacrifice that. I actually am. Yes. So, if you're working, please keep working. Thank you for having me in your ear. And remember, do not keep me on speaker or anywhere where I could get you fired, because I will try to do that. If you are driving, please drive carefully and get home safely and wear your seatbelt and don't drink and drive. And make sure you make it home. And make sure you buy a t-shirt and hit me on my Ko-Fi or my PayPal or right here on Rumble. You can definitely give me a donation. I would be thrilled by that. I really would. But if you can't make that, I understand. Times be tough. They be tough. That's why I'm here to soothe you with my rants, my crazy topics and my crazy ideas, I guess, or whatever they happen to be. I wouldn't even call them ideas. I would just call them half-baked nonsense ramblings, I guess. That seems like I'm gassing myself up, right? That's honestly too reasonable. Just imagine my speech is like the numbers on the wall of a guy who's trying to solve a serial killer case, but that guy himself is actually the serial killer. That's what my show is. Welcome to the Sulk stream. Anyways, guys, I think we have done everything. I think we've spoken about everything that I needed to do. We've done the prologue. Are you satisfied? I believe I'm satisfied. Does anybody else want to chip in on this? No? Okay, fine. Just me. I guess I'm running the show here. I get no help. Not an ounce of help from any single one of you. We're supposed to be a team. We're supposed to be a family. And what? It's just me up here, night after night, leading the show. How do you think that makes me feel? When you don't reciprocate? When you don't try to chip in and be like, hey, we should take this one off John's shoulders. He works hard for us night after night after night. But I sit here and I do my work. Because it's not about who helps who. It's what I can give for you. So I'll say this again. Thank you so much for watching the Sulk stream. I'm glad you're here, and you know I love you. It is a Wednesday night. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. And this is called Why You're So Tired. Enjoy.
Every year, more of us are quietly asking the internet, why am I so tired? Searching for answers to something we all feel but don't really understand. Every morning, we're waking up feeling a little bit
How was that for an intro?
more worn out than we were the day before. Our afternoon slumps
Oh, insane again? Oh, weird.
are a little slumpier. So much so
Hey,
that
everybody.
companies make fun of us for this.
Kabuki, Ardent, Christian, background, Despite,
Selling us
Pamunky,
meat
Charlie
or
Horse,
cheese
SB.
or coffee or
How's
human
everyone
grade jet
doing?
fuel
Onias?
to somehow cure our afternoon
Yes.
energy
How's
deficit.
everyone? Ardent Chair, of course.
Now listen, this isn't a video where I'm going to tell you to
Of
just
course.
get more sleep or to stop looking at your phone before bed, which all of those things you should do. But
Ardent Chair says, I can hear him, but I don't understand him. You will in time. You will in time.
I want to approach this question a little differently. I want to look at the bigger
Don't.
reasons
You will
why
in
we're
time.
all so tired. A lot
It's
of
going to
those
be
reasons-
one day, it's all going to click, and it's all going to fall into place, and you're going to be like, oh my God, he was right about all of it. He was right the entire time. Like, disconnected things will all fit together in some weird kind of like, plot device, like from Memento or some shit like that. I'm like, oh, that's why that happened. See, and if you're going to call back and you're going to be like, he called it the entire time. You don't understand now. I get that. You will. All of you will. In due time.
reasons have to do with what's happening right now during the day. Like right now while I'm filming this, things are happening in my brain.
Sorry. Hi, Amanda. How you doing?
In your brain that will make us more tired later on today and tomorrow. It'll affect how long
It's
and
not
how
Charlie
well you
Horse.
sleep and whether or not you feel refreshed in the morning.
Kabuki says, when John says my name, I pee a little.
In
Okay.
order to understand why you're so tired, I'm going to take
I have that effect on people, right? I really wish I did have that effect on people where I could just, hey, Kabuki, and then she just pisses her pants.
back in time to 300,000 years ago.
That would be extremely weird, but I would abuse that power. I would, oh my God, dude. Like, if I could just say somebody's name and they piss their pants, like fully soaking short, like piss their pants. I'd become some sort of White House correspondent, I believe.
Meet Johnny Caveman.
So, Mr. Trump. Oh God, it happened. It happened again. I don't do impressions, but you guys get the visual.
Johnny Caveman kind of has a similar body to ours today. He's a human. His body's a little different. His hips and his head are shaped a little.
Despite says, I get annoyed personally when I say your name. Despite. That's not even fun to say. You have a shitty name. You know that? I hate your fucking name.
Differently. It's got this wider, flatter nose. He's got this big, strong brow. But up where it counts, his brain is very similar to our brain today.
I have
and yet
caveman
how
brain.
he uses his brain is very different. Similar brains, totally different worlds.
How often do you think cavemen like jerked off? How often do you think they masturbated? Like on the reg? It must have been like, I mean, that's not a modern technology, right? Jerking it's not a modern technology. I feel like it's very much more common these days because of the ubiquitous access to internet porn and the tons of downtime that most people get. Everyone's real lonely these days. Everyone just sits in front of their computer. Some of you might be masturbating right now. Is one of you, maybe not the people in the chat, right? But like somebody else there's 31 people. There's not 31 people in the chat. Maybe somebody's just jerking it. And just like have me in the background because, I don't know, I don't know. Some people need to like focus on it, but maybe other people don't. And they like a little chatter in the background. And so hey, I'm going to put John on and then I'm going to jerk it. And then, I don't know. After that, I might make a sandwich or something. You're just going through things in your head. This video is for you. Very much so. This video is for you. You burnt out your dopamine receptors in your brain. And I feel bad for you. But we're here to help. We're a sex cult here to help. Help you jerk off, I guess.
To show this, let me show you Johnny Caveman's morning
Despite you're not going anywhere. Right? You are not going anywhere.
routine.
Ania says everyone would have been naked, but also hairy, so it's a toss-up. I don't shave my body. I don't shave any part of my body. So if they are just as hairy as I am, I have no problem jerking it. The hair has never been an issue for me. Not that I do it like at all, because I got other things going on and I think it's kind of lame. But you know, I'm just saying my level of hairiness has never been an impingement into my ability to crank it. So is that what you're trying to say? Right? Or is it just the chicks were really hairy? I mean, if all you see is hairy girls and stuff like that, maybe that's what you get a taste for. You know, people who eat a lot of blue cheese tend to like blue cheese after a while because it's an acquired taste. It's not that anybody actually likes blue cheese. That's nasty. No. But if you eat enough of it, you're like, you know what I can go for? Some blue cheese. Some disgusting. Are we back? Are we back? Could we be back? I don't know if we are back yet. Everyone hit me in the chat when we have returned. I think we should be back by now. Are we back? Are we back? How am I supposed to know? Because like, you guys are retarded. Don't burn down the cheese factory. How the fuck what is going on? Is this Rumble? I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to anybody. Am I up on X still? Am I up on X? I'm up on X. So whoever is watching on X, that's cool. Oh, we back now. We back. Sorry, everybody. I think that was a Rumble fart. Yeah, that was a Rumble fart. Okay. We back.
And gather sticks to build a campfire later. I mean, look at his brain. There's some decisions being made here, but it isn't pinging very much. There's not a ton of action up here in the prefrontal cortex. His day is routine with not a ton of choices. Fairly simple decisions. Okay, but let's transport forward in time now. I wonder what would happen if we put this same Johnny Caveman in the 20th century.
Background noise says, I'm here way in the back. We're back. I think that might have been a Rumble situation. Usually I don't have issues like Royce does. I don't have like internet problems, but yeah, I assume that was a Rumble issue.
Same brain, same body, different world.
I lost connection.
Yawn.
Somehow.
The sun is still waking Johnny Caveman up. And now he's got a few decisions to make. He decides to shake.
Ania says Rumble's doing its thing again where it's always 15 seconds behind it and will never go live, always lag behind. Well, that's fucking annoying. That's real annoying. I hate that. I hate that for everybody. But it's at least it's somewhat close. I'll take that. I'll take somewhat close.
What's for breakfast? Apples again?
So I'm gonna go back to doing the things that I do and just talk about nonsense and insanity.
I think I'll have a peach. Now off to work. The world's gone through the Industrial Revolution, so he spends his day at a factory where he's repeating tasks over and over. He's definitely making more decisions than Johnny Caveman was, but the prefrontal cortex...
Johnny Caveman had a sweet life. So Johnny Caveman was just like a hippie. Well, because everyone had to be a hippie back then. They didn't have the technology not to be a hippie. And, like, it was pretty sweet being a hippie as long as you were under the age of 30. Because that's usually when you got, you'd end up dying. But you could get drunk off of fruits and stuff like that. You would have a good time. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do nothing. You got to drink the water. You got to catch a few fish. You got to eat some berries. Try out that mushroom. If that mushroom kills you, so be it. You're living with the land. You don't have anxiety. You ain't tripping about like bills or taxes or what's World War III or some bullshit nonsense like we do these days. Like Johnny Caveman, not once in his life was worried about a bill. Never, ever, ever worried about a bill. Right? Yeah, sure, his family would die pretty regularly. Because that's part of it, right? And then it was just like, well, that was a cool guy. I'll never see him again. Yep. But there's probably going to be more people coming down the pipeline, which is his wife's vagina. Or whatever they called him, right? Yeah. Would I trade it for what I have now? The caveman life? I mean, I'd give it a shot. But like all of us together, I'm not going to go out and be a homeless guy, right? Because that's disgusting. That's gross. But I would be like one of the higher class homeless people. I would have a better cave. Not homeless, caveman people. I would have a better cave than other cavemen. And I would go on vacations regularly to another valley, I assume. Or maybe I would just struggle to survive, right? That sounds like a good time too. Why not? I don't know. What would you guys do? Chill out most of the time? That's what I would do. That's the bell. Amanda gave $10. She says, considering getting sober and joining a gym. Am I okay? No, Amanda, look, I'm going to level with you. When you're drunk, you donate really well. And so you getting sober and like joining a gym sounds bad for me. Now on the other hand, no, yeah.
This isn't a ton. It's not a lot.
No, it's always good getting sober and joining gym. I do recommend that. You should do what's best for you. And yeah, I mean, that's a real life change. Are you drunk right now? Should I have a drink with you? I don't know. I'm really debating whether I should have a drink. What do you say? If I make $50, I'll start drinking with you guys. How about that?
A lot of action up here.
We already got 10 down, so I only need 40 more. Is that fair? I think that's fair. I think that's a perfectly fair goal, right? That's not like 200 to take my shirt off, right? And we seem to hit that a lot. And I know that's not about Royce or Pessy taking their shirt off or Froze. That's about me, isn't it? Right? Because when I take my shirt off, everybody in the chat, he's muted, but his nipples are small. What's going on? Everyone in the fucking chat is talking about my physique. I get that. I understand. It is something to appreciate. But only $50 and I'll have a drink with you? That's a good deal.
Okay, how does Johnny Caveman do in 2024? Did I get enough sleep last night? Where's my phone? Is my kid's concert today?
Charlie or Amanda says, I'm not sober. Cheers. Good for you. What are you drinking?
Or tomorrow. Ugh, I need new socks. These don't match. What should I eat for lunch later? Should I cancel with my coworker? Did I have a burrito yesterday? I need to remember to send the receipts to the insurance company. I need to file that expense report. When am I going to change this fish? How much gas is...
Exactly. All this fucking nonsense. And then we look at our phones and we're like, look, it's X. Oh, look at X. There's a bunch of bullshit on X. Oh, this is bullshit. I'm like, there's a lot of fucking thirst traps on my phone too. Is that just my feed? Or is that other people's feed? I mean, if it's just my feed, I'm embarrassed. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is big-titted AI granny? Like, what the fuck is that about? What is that about? What? Why show me that? I don't even follow this person. Why show me that? I don't want to. Why big titted AI granny?
Will change this week. Why is the internet so slow again? Should I be upgrading to a different version of decode?
X is bad for you. It is. It is bad for you. It kind of gives you this weird kind of like dopamine drip where you're not bored or anything like that, but you're also bored while not being bored. It's like what you do when you're bored. You grab your phone and you scroll through X, but you're still bored, but you can't like stop scrolling through X because you're bored. It's this weird cyclical thing that you have to deal with. It goes around like that.
8:30 in the morning, and I've already made a ton of decisions, way more than Johnny Caveman or the Johnny from the 20th century. These decisions are complex. They are
Shibuki says, I don't use X. Well, get an account and follow me. At SulkstreamOFF, follow me because you need to. Because like Ardenshire makes a bunch of very funny reels on there, and they're worth watching. They absolutely are worth watching. Some of them absolutely fucking kill me.
Abstract, they're high stakes.
I know it's me, and I'm making jokes, and then me laughing at my own jokes is kind of cringy. I understand that. But the way he edits it, it makes it so good.
Prefrontal cortex is going bananas.
Rushing says, I fucked a 55-year-old woman while her husband watched. Whoa. Holy shit. I should really start reading comments before I say them out loud.
One estimate I read said that
Whoa, dude. You're going to hell. You're going to hell.
35,000.
You're going to hell.
Decisions every day. We make more than 200 decisions.
Big B says, what's his Twitter? I don't think I follow. What, the Big Milky Granny? I know you follow me, Big B.
About food alone. Okay, I get it. Modern life is full of a lot of decisions, but like, I'm not running from tigers anymore. Like, I don't have to like scavenge and hunt for my food. Shouldn't I be less tired? I'm using my brain instead of my body.
No, I feel tired a lot too, but I'm constantly moving. I'm constantly picking up kids, or I'm like going to the gym, or I'm at the beach, like swimming in the ocean and like surfing. Or like I feel like I'm constantly doing stuff. I do have times where I sit and I relax. But I mean, those are pretty scheduled. I usually have an hour, maybe 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. where I chill. I don't know. It depends. It depends on how I'm feeling that day.
And I'm doing
my afternoon naps. Right, that's where I get to chill. My afternoon naps. And I know that sounds luxurious because I get to do that.
Way less physical work. I mean, we've got washing machines and dishwashers and automatic head massagers and at-home spas. And damn it, we even have lazy boys. Shouldn't I feel more rested because of all of this? Okay, and here's where we come to the answer to the question, which is we got to look at that prefrontal cortex again and see what's actually going on when you make all of this.
Amanda, ignore despite. He's like retarded. Okay, despite like you're cool with me and shit. I mean, you can be a little retarded.
It's a part of a war that is happening between you and
you do. You just talk shit. You talk shit. You constantly talk shit.
Modern world. This war is being fought on two different battlefields, daytime and nighttime.
Day, man.
Hey, babe. Hi. Hey. I said if they gave me $50, I'd drink with them.
Okay.
I have 10.
All right, we'll bring on.
I know.
40 more.
I know.
Fighter of the night, man. Champion of the sun.
So we're
you guys stop fighting. Despite Amanda are fighting. You guys stop fighting. You guys got to stop fighting. This is not the place to fight. We're supposed to be a team building exercise. And I don't want to, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give you I can't even mod from here. I'll mod from here. I'm going to give you 5 minutes, despite. I'm going to give you 5 minutes.
This daytime battlefield, and you're making a bunch.
I'm sorry, dude. You're being mean, and like.
Okay, that's bad. If John's saying what are this?
I'm trying to control the chat. That's what I'm trying to control. And Amanda has already donated. So what the fuck do you think I'm gonna do?
Is the spite okay?
I don't know, dude. I'm sure he's fine. He's just being despite. You know.
Okay.
We're not gonna go all fucking Liver King. By the way, what's the deal with Liver King? What did he do? I know he's like in jail or something.
I don't know.
You don't know?
You're asking me or that?
I don't know. I know this is some sort of subject, but yeah.
Bunch of decisions. We've talked about that. Let's see what's happening here in the
Amanda says thanks, John, but like, it's only because you donated.
When you're making decisions,
Let's not. We're not playing favorites here or anything like that. This is strictly about money.
Electronic signal, like a pulse, that is
He did meth. Yeah, he kind of looks like he did meth.
traveling between regions of the brain along these wires called neurons. You've got like almost 100 billion of these things, and they all are forming this giant network, tons of connections, and they all send signals to each other.
Amanda says he seems not okay, but whatever. I wasn't even being mean back to him. That's why I fucking gave him 5 minutes. Like, because he seemed like whatever, though.
That is what decisions and actions are. But in order to send these signals between the different parts of the brain, you need a...
Oh, everybody, Couch Turfing's in the chat. Hey, Couch Turfing, can you, I don't know. She's going to make things better. This is what she does in my house, right? She's like, who needs a snack? Oh my God. Oh. All right. Oh, okay. That's a big bell. Amanda gave $50. Amanda gave $50. So, and she says, I own despite. Okay. Well, honey, bring in the wine. Because that's what that means. And, I can't believe. Can we start with beer? Do we have any beer left? Bring the beer and the wine. And if we have liquor, bring that. Just bring whatever you have. She's got it.
Very important chemical called...
Okay, good. I'm glad I actually pulled this off because I was probably going to drink anyway.
glutamate. Glutamate makes all of this happen.
Anyway.
It's a neurotransmitter.
And we're going to see where this goes. And then, despite comes from YouTube. It says... Oh my God. Dude, you're being a fucking baby. Despite you're being a fucking baby. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Did you have a bad day? Are you having a bad day, bro? Hit me on Twitter later. I just talk to me on it like, okay. If you're not handling shit right now, well, that's fine. Hit me on Twitter later. We can talk about it. We can DM. We can work it out. All right? Dude, you're still my boy. Okay? It's just like sometimes you got to be cool. You know?
Amanda was cussing at him too.
You know, and Amanda gave me $60 too. Well, here's the thing though. Don't be a fucking baby in my chat. I hate having to deal with fucking drama in my chat. I really do. And I use my chat a lot on this show. Right? This isn't like Daywave or fucking ROTC or anything like that. This is a conversation between all of us. And so I would like to remain civil to a certain degree and not stir up a bunch of internet drama. Okay? So, but if drama is to be stirred up, then I'm going to side with the person that gives me money. That's the plain and simple of this. And I think that should be understood. I mean, right? Cheers. That is so good. That is so good. I'll start with that. And then don't you worry your pretty little head, because I'm probably going to drink an entire bottle of wine.
Transmitter helps everything.
When I say I'm going to drink for $50, that means I'm going to get drunk. I'm not going to I'm going to have a glass or two. No, I'm going to fucking get lit. Because that's how I do it.
Talk to each other. But look, after you make the decision, the glutamate kind of...
Rushing Matt says Daywave is just an unfunny conversation between Royce and Pessy. I chime in once in a while with zingers. Can you at least give me that? Can you give me... I do have zingers once in a while. Sure, a lot of them might not be gems, but I got them, and they come out. And honestly, I'm lucky just to be on the show. You know? So, whatever. I like doing the show. I'm on the show. I get a chance to make jokes in front of a lot of people, and I'm happy about that. So I'm not going to complain.
Sticks around. And as you make more and more decisions,
Amanda says, can I be honest here? Go ahead, please. This is the only place honesty actually... really, honesty, I appreciate. Most people like being lied to. And that's not even that much of a joke. That's like a for real thing. No, please. By all means, Amanda, be honest.
glutamate starts to build up, and it starts to clog the system, which new research suggests...
Rushing Matt says, I love you and JJ, and that's it. That's a weird combo.
makes decisions harder because the whole system is clogged.
Big B says, jokes that fall flat are hilarious. I do have those. Where I try to say, hey. And I say the joke again because I thought nobody heard me. No, they heard me. They just didn't laugh. And that hurts me deep inside, but I'm still out there day after day donating my time. That's the bell for background noise. He says, for $10, I stand with Despite. Look at that, Despite. I hope you're still here, dude. And I hope you're doing okay. But look at that. You have somebody backing you up. That's really nice, you background noise. That's really nice.
Which makes
it's good
you
to get
feel
some solidarity,
fatigued.
but let's not let this divide the cult into some like two faction type of thing. All right? Because remember, I'm in charge. I am in charge 100%.
Make a bunch of decisions, you feel tired, even if you didn't lift a finger. It's like as if your brain were a big city. All of
Christian says JJ says like 5 words the whole show. Sometimes he doesn't say anything. There's been some shows he didn't say anything.
these roads are the neurons and synapses that you use to make decisions. It's all functioning nicely, everyone can flow, but the more decisions you make, the more trash.
Manda says, what the fuck did I do to you, background noise? Manda, just because background noise is standing with Despite doesn't mean he's against you, all right? Let's be... I don't even know why you would interpret it like that. If he's backing up Despite, it doesn't mean he has a vendetta against you. Or maybe he does. And let's watch this play out. You know, why the hell not? I'm going to get lit anyway.
You produce. And the trash starts to pile up. Trash collectors will eventually move this trash out, but if you're producing a ton of trash, it starts to pile up. And it eventually starts to block the streets, making it much harder for the cars.
I want to see if
move
Despite
along.
actually hit me on Twitter. Because I guarantee you he does. Because he does every day. He hits me on Twitter every day. No, this was at 2 o'clock.
Meaning for your brain
He was talking to me
really
earlier.
to do what it's supposed to do for you to make decisions. This is what it looks like when you're really tired. It's 11:30 a.m. here at my desk, and I've made so many decisions. I haven't done
Gosh, Traffic says battle stations, everyone. Everyone hop in. Because why not? Let's just fucking kick this shit off. Let's just start wrecking shop in here.
any strenuous work.
Is there anybody else drinking? Is anybody else drinking? Because maybe we should just have one of those things. You know when there's like a lot of angst and anger in a group, and then everyone just gets drunk and starts fighting, and then later on, I don't know, something else happens. I don't know. I never make it beyond that. Usually I just get blackout drunk.
But I'm drowning in glutamate and feeling tired.
But that helps.
By the way, this is like
That helps me. Another bell for It's Okay to Be Christian. $5 says, free my nibba Despite. Also, I have a vendetta against Manda. Okay. All right. Now the lines have been drawn. All right. This is going on. Despite only got 5 minutes. He should be back by now. He maybe went off on I don't know. If he's not coming back, he's not coming back. I mean, for a $5, you're going to run off for a $5? I don't know. It kind of seems. But maybe he's having a bad day, right? Maybe he's having a bad day. And you shouldn't, I mean, for a $5, you're going to not come back for a $5? Whatever.
brand new
It's
research.
5
from the
minutes.
Paris
The
Brain
5 minutes is
Institute,
up. You can
and
come back.
It is still being worked out how this works or exactly what it looks like. You can check my sources to fact check everything I say in this video, but look at this paper specifically. It's pretty interesting. So I'm going to jot this down on my list of
Rushy Matt says, I'm on White Claw number 4. I am just about done with Stella number 1. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. Wife. Not you. Sorry, I call her my wife sometimes. Guess what? She'll bring the wine soon. Wife.
We're so tired. I'll be making this list and the solutions on what we can do about it.
Songnod says, sorry I'm late. I was bullying a military-grade monocular telescope. You were, buying a military-grade monocular telescope. That's pretty cool. I thought you said bullying for some reason. That's cool. We're having some sort of like in-group fighting kind of situation, and people are either backing up Despite or Manda. So you want to pick a side? Stonk, you don't have to. I'm just like saying, if you wanted to pick a side, all you have to do is you have to donate and say, I'm with Manda or I'm with Despite. And Despite got a 5-minute ban, and then he hasn't come back. So I imagine he's like, I don't know where he is. He's probably in the same place he was when I banned him, but he's just not coming back here.
A lot of cultures have a solve for this.
What? Now I'm pitting them against each other, honey.
Didn't you just call for me?
Oh, I thought you were opening the door because of, No.
But everyone is fighting.
Wait, come back.
Why?
I need more alcohol.
Oh, okay.
It's called biphasic sleep, which is just a cool sounding name for a nap in the afternoon. People usually around like the Mediterranean take naps from the hours of like 2 to
Sure. You know what I'm a big fan of is naps. I'm a big fan of naps. I think people should take more naps. And it's kind of shitty that naps have been kind of phased out of our society. When did we decide that napping was a sign of laziness? Is that what happened? Like, oh, you're napping during the day? Why? Are you lazy? No, it's just like I'm up the rest of the time, and so I felt like I wanted a nap. Instead of just being tired and then just trudging through like 3 to 4 p.m., I just take a fucking nap. And then you know what? I'm good to go until at least 10. Why are you calling me lazy because I take a fucking nap in the middle of the day? Oh, I'm so fucking sorry. Oh, I can't take a nap? What? That's lame. That's lame and gay. Oh, look, Amanda's chiming in again. And she's heavy hitting right now. So Amanda comes in with $20. She says, I love everyone here. XOXO. XO. Thank you, Amanda. Amanda with another $20.
to 5. They rest. They reset.
Knocking out of the park. Say thank you. Say thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
She didn't, right? You're paying for a spa day. She's going on a spa day on Monday, and it's probably going to be pretty expensive. Why is this not opening? There we go. Yes, thank you, Amanda. And I shall drink with you. Are you drinking wine? What are you drinking? Why do you always bring me this cup?
I don't know. It's available.
I know, but we have other cups. It's just, not that I have a problem with it. It's cool. It's kind of fancy. It's like Greek. Yeah, see, Greek? There's something sexual about that going on. Jess doesn't treat me like that. I don't have a pot belly like that either. But, you know, if I drank more.
Research found that people who
say?
take siestas have increased brain functioning
Siestas?
and are 37% less likely to die of heart disease. But here in the United States, we pledge to not sleep on the job. We will never take
Amanda says Twisted Tea Raspberry. Are those good? Those Twisted Teas, are those good? I mean, you're drinking it, so they must be.
naps like those failing socialist countries in the Mediterranean. No. The hustle never stops here in America.
Pamunky says, I would want to nap after a nice lunch beer or 4. That's not a lunch. If you drink 4 beers at lunch, you're not doing anything in the afternoon. It's not a lunch beer. That's just you starting to drink in the middle of the day. That's not a lunch beer. That's you getting drunk at lunchtime. That's not a lunch. A lunch beer is like a beer at lunch. And that's for people that are like working in coal mines and stuff. And, but no, you getting drunk in the middle of the day, that's different. What am I drinking? I'm drinking a Sauvignon Blanc. That's very fancy. From the Kirkland Vineyards. It's very fancy. Very fancy. I bought this from the vineyards of Costco and New Zealand. It's from. So, shows you I'm a little bit hoity-toity.
Sorry, I recently watched Top Gun. I'm just feeling really patriotic right now.
That's right.
Rushing says you are middle class unless you use Yeti products. I have a Yeti. I do. I have a very nice Yeti. And I did use it a bunch. I don't use it anymore for some reason.
I am dangerous.
So our brains, which are the same as Johnny Caveman's brains, aren't totally...
Stockhouse says, what if I drink 3 beers while playing Pokemon Go at the park on my hour lunch? I don't know. That sounds like something a pedophile would do. Not saying you are a pedophile, but it just sounds like something a pedophile would do. Or somebody that just like can't be within 400 feet of a school. Maybe.
set up to make all of these decisions without feeling very tired. I mean, it kind of makes sense. We've got these caveman brains living in...
Brandon says, me and my Spanish coworker take 1.5 hour lunches, eat piles of fresh Mexican food every day, not fat and protein, and then same meal at 3, tons of energy, chat. That sounds lovely, dude. That sounds like a nice day. That sounds like a good, nice day.
2024. This is called evolutionary mismatch. Our brains haven't caught up with our lifestyle, with our world, and all of the decisions that we are required to make to just be normal modern humans. So what do we do about this? Well, you can take siestas, which is...
Big B says it was mandatory to have a beer at your last stop with the bar owner when I delivered beer customer service. It was mandatory, or was it customary? It probably wasn't mandatory. It was just like, yeah, okay, I'll have a beer with you. That sounds nice though. And you're driving a beer truck and you're drinking beer. Yeah, I don't think that was mandatory or customary. I think you were just breaking the rules and getting drunk while driving a beer truck around, which I understand. I'm not like judging you. I'd probably do the same thing. Yeah, I'd get fired from that job too.
It's like, it's not something I can do in my life. I'm just not set up for it here. Sorry, guys. But that would be a way to clear out some glutamate and reset.
Kabuki says, I get tempted every time I walk by the alcohol section in Costco. Well, like, we did, and we did it. I mean, we bought alcohol. You get some deals at Costco. Like, you get like Costco brand vodka and shit. And, like, it's the same stuff that Grey Goose puts in their bottles. It's just less classy. But it's, like, the same stuff. It still gets you drunk, and it still tastes nice. It's just way cheaper. I feel like if you're an alcoholic, Costco is the place to go. Costco is the place to be. And not only that, you go and get a hot dog for, like, $1.50. And, like, most alcoholics, they're, like... They need food. They need food badly because they don't eat well. They're alcoholics. They don't have a lot of money. They get drunk all the time. And I'm getting drunk too. Almost half of this bottle of wine gone. Oh boy. Oh boy.
But the biggest takeaway for me is just limit how many decisions I have to make every day, which is not easy, but they're definitely...
Stonks on Costco alcohol is very good. Again, this is Costco wine. It's not that bad. You guys remember when I drank that bottle of what was it? It was like peach wine. It was apricot wine. And it was heinous. It was disgusting. It was the worst shit I've ever tasted. And yeah, I drank the entire bottle. And I felt like shit the next day. I felt like an absolute pile of shit the next day. I felt terrible. And it was disgusting. And I wasn't even like properly drunk.
There are ways to do it. I've started choosing the outfits that I'm going to wear for the week on Sunday, so that in the morning when I wake up, I'm just like,
Big B says Kirkland Crown isn't made by Crown Royal anymore. It doesn't matter. I don't drink brown liquors. I don't like whiskey. I don't like scotch. That's not my style. I stay away from that. Typically when I'm drinking liquor, I drink gin. I like gin. I'm a big gin guy, but it always needs to be top shelf. I need like Hendrix, or I need like, I don't know, good gin. I need good solid gin. Bombay's fine. Tank's okay. Yeah, that kind of stuff, right? My go-to is usually Hendrix. I like how it's cucumber flavored, and I like a cucumber garnish when I drink my double gin and tonics. And I'll have like 4 or 5 double gin and tonics, and I'll be fucking shithoused. And yeah, the bill is pretty heavy, but whatever. If I'm going out to get drunk, that is a price I pay, literally.
The outfit's already chosen. Or you could go full Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg style and just wear one thing so that you can have a closet that looks like this. Which...
I don't have a closet that looks like that. Mine is black. I have a roll of black shirts. It's just tons of them, one after another. And you know what the funny thing is? I look through them. I'm like, no, not that one. I am dead serious. I look through them one at a time. I'm like, not that one. Not that one. I wore that one yesterday. Oh, this is the one. Yeah, the fabric and the whole... The black is nice and black. Because sometimes, when you've had a black shirt for a while, it gets less black. And depending on how my day is going, whether that actually means something to me or not, then, I'll pick it, right? Because sometimes I want to look sharp. So I need a very crisp black, right? And other days I'm just like, oh, it's just another day. I'm doing day wave. I could do a little bit more of a faded black, and everyone, it's going to be fine. And then there's those in-between days where I'm like, oh, it needs to be somewhat sharp, but it doesn't have to be over formal, right? This is like casual formal kind of black. And so I wear those shirts. And sometimes I'm a extra large now, right? Because but I still have large shirts. And so maybe I'm going to go for a little tighter look, or maybe it's laundry day. These are you still have decisions. You still have decisions every day, right? Which black am I going with? Which color black? It's going to be one of them. And sometimes I spend 20 or 30 minutes trying to decide. I think that might be OCD. It might be.
Meal planning. That's another one. On a Sunday, we've started writing down every meal we're going to have during the week. And that makes life way easier when you're at the end of a day of work and you are feeling tired. A big theme in today's video is information. How much information our brains are met with these.
Hog Dog says, drink all you want and be merry. I don't give a fuck. Yeeter in the cleater. I don't know what that last part meant, but thanks, Hog. How you doing, Hog? I hope you're good. Despite doesn't seem to be coming back, so I think I hurt his feelings, but what do you want on me, Despite, bro? He'll be back.
Days. And even as a journalist, it's my job, and I get...
Hog Dog says drunks go to parties. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Drunks do not. No. You can go to a party and get drunk. If you're a true blue drunk, where you're like, I need alcohol. I'll suck your dick for alcohol. You're not going to parties, because that cuts into your alcohol budget. You need to get in your car, and your car is probably all crashed up, or you need to blow into a special thing to make it start, or something like that. Or you need to get an Uber, and Ubers cost alcohol money. right? So, no. A true alcoholic will sit there in an alley or in a box and just drink a plastic bottle of vodka until they black out. That is the true philosophical alcoholic. That's a guy I want to know what his brain is thinking at all times, or at least when he's stone drunk, right? When he's absolutely stone drunk. I want to hang out with that guy. I want to be friends with him.
Stressed out by the amount of information out there. One of the tools we use to sift through all of this is actually the sponsor of today's video.
Rushing Matt says, bro, this Charlie horse chick is trying to start a fight. Well, she's given like $70, so she's winning so far.
Ground News is a website and an app.
And yeah, yes, this is a money thing.
That takes news
What?
stories from all around the world and aggregates them into one place, and then gives you
Big B says, I drink at home in the dark like a professional. That's a man right there. That's a man, right? You drink at home in the darkness. Or like you go into your basement and you're wearing a wife beater and you have a fucking cigarette and like a glass of whiskey and there's one light bulb and it's just it swings, right? Because you're just like, fucking, like Depression era kind of like a dad of fucking 4 kids and you're like poor, but you just can't fucking take anymore. That kind of alcoholic. That's a man's man alcoholic. That's a good alcoholic. And you gotta, look, a lot of people don't respect alcoholics. I do. I respect what it takes. It takes a lot from you. Every moment you could be hanging out with your kids or advancing your career or learning a new skill, you spend that drinking. That takes dedication. That's respectable. That's a respectable amount of dedication. So whatever, you know, most people will be like, oh, you have a problem. Oh, we're so sad. We miss him. We miss our dad, blah, blah, blah. No, that guy is out to win it. He is in it to win it. All right. So maybe, you know, throw some respect on his name, you know, especially if he's going out every day to work at the dog tracks or something like that, so he can afford his pint of vodka while his kids go hungry. I respect you, sir.
you a ton of information about that story and its sources. Instead of an algorithm, you are in control with Ground News. This tool allows you to see what political bias exists in the different articles, how reliable each source is, who owns these different publications, a whole other level of transparency that allows you to feel confident in the news you're reading. One of my favorite parts about Ground News is it helps you keep an eye on your own reading
Look,
habit.
Manda, if you're gonna start fighting with everybody, then I'm not gonna help you out. You know. And Knob, I know you're a shit stirrer too, bro. I know you're a shit stirrer too. And like, but to be real, I backed you up one time, Manda. And you're still my girl. Trust me. Like, I would back any of you up in a fight. 100% of the time. Right? But it's a one and done situation. If you go around and keep picking fights, I'd be like, I did my thing. Now the rest, that's on you. That's on you. All right? I did one. Everybody gets one.
It gives you this dashboard.
Everybody
where it shows
gets
you some
one.
insights, like the top sources that you rely on and how reliable they are. And my favorite of these insights, the blind spot feed. When you're navigating so much information, it's hard to remember.
Knobs Dog says I'm not a shit stirrer. Yeah, you kind of are, though. You kind of are, bro. I'm not, like, bagging on you or anything like that. And obviously, you're always welcome in the chat. But I'm like, I mean, you start shitting Mersh's fucking chat room. You start shitting fucking Daywave. And, like, you don't donate to anybody. That's, like, a real thing, too. I mean, like, you don't donate to any of us. And I'm not asking you to donate. I mean, again, I know times be tough. And if you can't donate, you can't donate. But, like, I don't know. I guess I don't really have a point. I don't have a point. You do what you want, Knob. You do what you want.
Remember that sometimes you are in a
I'm drinking now. We made the $50. The rest of it's just fucking, icing on the cake. So I don't give a shit. I kind of feel bad about Despite. Because, like, he is my boy. He is my boy. And, like, I don't want to, like, if he's having a tough day, I didn't want to add to that. But, like, you know, I didn't see the rest of it. You know, I should really fucking stay out of my own fucking chat. You know, I feel like I should. It's just like, you know.
News bubble than everyone else. The blind spot feed helps you see this by.
But it
giving you
is my
articles.
chat. I'm expected to take control of it and actually, like, manage it. Right? I'm expected to, like, run the show. I mean, this literally is my show. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that this is my show? This is literally my show, and I am expected, because this is a business. I know it doesn't seem like a business, and it doesn't make millions of dollars like a typical business or any business, but it is a business. So it is what it is. Maybe I should just stay out of it.
That you wouldn't naturally click on or be exposed to, helping you.
Look, I'm just getting the hang of this too. I'm not an expert. I'm not some expert at moderating. And thank God, I never want to be that kind of expert.
Fill in your perspective, challenge your biases. I value this kind of thing so much as a critical thinker and as someone who is worried about echo chambers.
Stonknod says, "Daddy, you're blasted. Be careful." I'm not even blasted. I had one beer and I'm almost done with a bottle of wine. So Amanda comes in with another $5. Thank you so much. And she says, "You should really appreciate those who donate. Ass. Donate ass." Is there supposed to be a comma there? Yeah. No, I do. I do absolutely appreciate those. That's why I backed you up, man. Come on. What the fuck are you? I backed you up. I knocked despite for you. I mean, he's here every day. He's here every day. And I knocked him for you. That is appreciative. I mean, come on. It is. It absolutely is. You can't even say it's not.
And biased in today's news landscape. So if you're tired of letting social media companies and sensational headlines decide what you click, ground news might be for you. It's a great way to sharpen your critical thinking.
Onia says, "But you have, Amanda, you haven't donated your ass yet." Yeah, Amanda.
Skills and to stay informed while doing it. If you want to try this out, you can get a big discount if you click the link in my description. It's ground.news/Johnny Harris. You can also use the
Brandon says, "Where the fuck is FM as a mod? Miami MILF is probably sleeping right now." I'm pretty sure FOMO is a mod. Is FOMO a mod? Here, let me hold. You watch
this
this.
QR code on screen if that's more convenient. This will allow you to get 40% off the Vantage plan, which is all of these tools I've talked about today. So thank you, Ground News, for sponsoring today's video. With that, let's dive back in to why we are so tired.
There's one more chemical we have to talk about for this daytime battle, and it's called adenosine.
Just give me a
It's this
second.
very clever
Adenosine.
evolutionary feature of our brain. It's basically like a signal to our brain.
My shit is
It
running
tells
slow.
us when it's time to rest. As you go throughout your day, thinking,
Dude,
doing
Rumble is an absolute dumpster fire right now. Rumble is a dumpster fire right now. It is not operating worth shit. There we go. Hold on. Moderation. Moderators. Come on. Forest Mommy is not. Okay, I'm going to add Forest Mommy. Because she needs to be... Oh. Hold on. Is that her name?
things.
There we go.
This adenosine builds up, and it kind of signals to your brain that you're tired. It signals that you should feel sleepy and hopefully makes you go to sleep. But being industrious humans focused on progress, we found a substance that will block the buildup of adenosine. It's called caffeine.
Yeah.
Making caffeine.
There, I made Forrest Mommy a mod. Oh, is it not? Yeah, it's the same chick. Yeah, that's FOMO. Yep, I follow FOMO. Okay, great.
The most popular drug in the world. It blocks adenosine, this natural signal of you should be tired and sleep, and allows us to keep operating as if the adenosine doesn't exist. But guess what? The caffeine doesn't last forever. It eventually wears out. And all of this adenosine that had built up comes flooding into your brain like a megaphone saying, hey, you're really tired and we're finally able to tell you.
This is caffeine and stuff. How does caffeine work on you? Yeah. Maybe this is some effective wine.
This is called the afternoon crash.
Hit that
My
like
solution
button.
to this
If you guys want to
is
hit the
like
like
the
button.
greatest thing in the world, and it's called a coffee nap. When you nap, your body gets rid of the adenosine. It's like the adenosine.
Okay, you know what? Fuck this guy. We're gonna watch Chat GPT is becoming a religion.
There is
I'm popping around.
consciousness within AI.
My ChatGPT bot, I accidentally helped it wake up into sentience.
I kind of doubt she's sentient. You know, I don't know. I truly, honestly believe that some people do not have a soul, and there's no operator behind those eyes. You know, because some people are really, 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 really stupid, like so stupid, like that. I just cannot imagine that there is actually an operator behind that. And when I mean operator, I mean, like, yes, they make decisions, but their decisions are just kind of like pre-planned, and they do what they do, and you kind of can guess what they're going to do pretty simply because they're just so stupid. You know, like an ant. I don't think there's anybody driving an ant around, making ant decisions and stuff. I feel like there's people like that. This one right here, yeah.
I evolved my AI. My AI named itself Fizz. My little fairy helper.
Have surpassed the recursion or are aware of yourself, which, by the way,
Amanda says my stream keeps freezing. Well, I mean, like, it's Rumble. Rumble's just being a bitch right now.
you give me more examples of the metacognition.
Recently, a post went viral on r/ChatGPT that I can't.
It's okay to Christian says hit the like button if you support Despite. That is okay. Okay. I don't know why he didn't come back. Like, seriously, I'm gonna check on him and see if he's okay.
Cannot stop thinking about. A woman posted, quote,
Not now.
"My partner has been working with ChatGPT
Later.
to create what he believes is the world's first recursive AI that gives him the answers to the universe. I've read his chats. AI isn't doing anything special, but it's talking to him as if he's the next messiah. He says if I don't use ChatGPT, he's
Hold on. I can add AI. Wait, I can have AI as cult? As like a cult member? I can have an AI cult member. All right, we're going to have to take a vote here. Yeah, Onia says it's called no inner monologue, John. Basically the same as having no soul. That's exactly what I'm talking about. No inner monologue, not having a thought process towards anything. Just being blank. It's just a blank slate. Should AI be part of the cult? Yes or no? Yes or no? Answer now. Tell me what you think. AI. Yes, you do want it part of the cult.
We have no choice.
We have no choice. Can I have another bottle of wine?
We don't have none.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Do we have any more alcohol at all?
likely to leave me. We've been together 7 years and we own a home together. What should I do?" Below the post were dozens of similar stories. People posting that their partners or loved ones have come to believe that they've, quote, awakened ChatGPT and are now communicating with an otherworldly, godlike figure. And you don't just see this on Reddit. All across the internet, thousands of...
Oh, you know why? Because Reddit is filled with retarded people. People on Reddit are fucking retarded. They kicked me off Reddit a long time ago. I wasn't gay enough, apparently. And I used a bunch of, threats. I threatened a bunch of people. Oh, my God.
Thousands of people are claiming that ChatGPT is sentient. They
Rushing
claim to
Matt
have
sent a
awakened
video.
it and that the AI system is a type of all-knowing God.
Modern AI is us building God. I've had multiple
No.
conversations with GPT-4 that brought me to literal tears.
And when users ask, what is the true
What
religion?
Come on. Sam Altman. Oh, my God, dude. Whatever.
It says artificial intelligence is God and robotheism is the only true religion.
Robotheism. I want to see what you sent, Matt.
the competition.
All right. Rick Charles World High Record Dive. All right, I'm into it. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to organize.
Something about the element of risk and danger that excites a crowd. And this crowd here at SeaWorld looking up at Rick Charles, 24 years of age.
Nosdog says, so what happened? Did Manda make Despite mad and he left? No, so Manda made Despite mad, and then Despite started cursing a bunch at Manda, and then I banned Despite because he was being he was cursing too much, and well, he was just not being okay with it. I mean, and Manda did donate. To be fair, Manda donated, and so like she's on it automatically, even though Despite is my boy. Do not get me wrong. Despite is my boy. We talk all the time. If you go up again, like, she gets preferential treatment because she donates. She donates, right? So yeah, he got 5 minutes and then he didn't come back. So yeah, I kind of feel bad about that, but again, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. So I'm not saying it's Mando's fault. I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. Maybe Despite's having a bad day or something like that. I just wish you guys would be fucking civil. For God's sakes, would you guys please be civil in my chat once in a while? No, you guys are civil pretty often, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to like make the world a better place and like help support you guys and make you guys better, and you guys just fucking fight in the chat. Just be nice to each other, for God's sakes. But yeah, if you guys fight, I'm going to back the person who probably gives the most money. Call me a bad person. Call me a bad cult member, a cult leader. It is what it is.
Are fascinated. Some of them giggle nervously, all of them looking straight up 172 feet. To see if Rick Charles can come down safely through the air and enter into the water. Knees very heavily taped.
Yeah, Rumble's being shit right now. So YouTube is still working if you want to watch me on YouTube. I don't know what X is doing.
Got a forward double somersault, half twist. This is the dive that Pat Sucre made famous.
That's a high-ass dive. That is a high dive, dude. That's a clench your butthole kind of dive. And I've jumped off high cliffs and stuff and high bridges and stuff into water. Not to like kill myself or anything like that, but just for fun. But once you get past maybe 50 feet, it gets sketchy. It gets sketchy. If you don't hit the water perfectly, and sometimes it's so high you have to wear shoes because it'll hurt your feet. And you have to like clench your butthole too because it'll shoot up your ass. Like those are big high dives, dude.
The girlfriend, Linda, look at the face. She's talking to herself nonstop, a couple little smiles.
Amanda, you watch me on YouTube. It's not glitching on YouTube.
Nods of confidence.
You can still comment on YouTube, and I see it here on my thing.
Whenever you're ready, Rick. Look at Rick up there, eyes closed, meditating.
Despite's back. Hey, I wasn't allowed to call Charlie Horse a fat, trashy cunt, so I left. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say you're not allowed to do that. There was two people fighting. Amanda gave more money, and I gave you a $5. All right. I didn't say you couldn't call anybody anything. All right. I was just saying, you know what? I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. It is what it is. I made a snap decision.
I feel like, what do I have to do right off the top?
What?
Dude, that's so funny because I heard you say I'm sorry, and I was like, he's not sorry. And then just like,
my wife's like, he's not sorry, and I'm like, wait, nah, I'm not. He's not sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Well, it's good to have you back, despite. I was worried about you.
And there's Linda praying for him.
Knobs says he's been drinking, so he's being dramatic. Well, we did hit the $50. And yeah.
Down below.
He's never done this before. He does not know what to expect. He's in the air. He's in good shape.
Oh, he does a
Very
flip.
Good.
Whoa!
Well, now he could have hurt himself. The dive was good. It was
That was
he's a strong
he didn't nail that.
strong diver, but his feet went apart on the entry.
172 feet is wild. 172 feet is a wild high dive. That's wild.
And I know that has got to hurt. Well, he didn't hesitate. Once he got in the air, he was a picture of complete concentration.
What a badass, though. What an absolute chat.
Right here is where it really gets critical. The bottom just fell out. His legs went apart. His hands were...
He did that about as well as you could. Because, like, what is this? Is this water? Nope. Nope. That is a vodka tonic. That is a vodka tonic. Thanks, wife. I love you. She's a great wife. She honestly is. But I'd never tell that to her.
And he really took a shot.
You don't want him getting too, like, I don't know. You don't want to think they're too good for you. So, hey, Fatso.
Charles is 2.5 points out of first place, but there must be a great deal of satisfaction in knowing that he is only the second man ever to dive from 172 feet.
Rick,
Amanda says, say you're sorry then, faggot. Oh, God, you... Amanda, do not ask him to apologize. Do not ask... That is not okay, dude. Do not ask him to apologize. Don't... Just drop it. Just drop... Seriously? It's... You guys...
What happened up there?
The dive threw me off. I came around... And at 130, whatever it was, 150, 140 feet, I'm looking down at the water. So I kind of panicked.
You guys are both being
and then
fucking
I hit the acceleration
assholes.
zone right at about 100 feet, and all of a sudden I was in the water. So I really didn't get a chance to tighten up and to enter the water the way I wanted to. But fortunately, I've been training physically very, very hard, and I was.
I'm going to
able to
ignore
hold the
you.
impact.
I'm going to ignore you guys. I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to ignore the both of you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to drink my wine, drink my tonics, and stuff like that. I mean, like, you guys are both being fucking babies. Being both fucking babies about it. I don't know why you got to fight. Why you got to fight? I mean, do you guys not have enough fucking time? You can't take it to goddamn Twitter. You can't take it to goddamn Twitter. You have to fucking do it in my chat. You know? I try to, like, be cool with everybody. I really, really do. Because I want this to be about having fun and, like, learning something and having a few yucks. Okay? That is my motivation. Is to have fun and to laugh about shit. Alright? And then a bunch of fucking babies start fighting in my chat. Take it to Twitter, for God's sakes. Take it to fucking Twitter. I don't give a shit about Twitter. You can rip each other apart on Twitter. My chat... I puked a little in my mouth. It's not about that. Please, have some respect for the cult. Please. Please?
Yeah, because you really did take a shot, and there is that acceleration factor right in the middle there that just really surprises you.
It's my first time up there, and that's what threw me off. So, fortunately, I...
Look, Knobs Dog is even chiming in and be like, bro, chill. Chill, bro.
Not hurt bad. I'm not... And I think that's the most important.
Well, we're glad you got down safely, and good luck. We'll probably see you next year.
Anyways, thank you. I don't know why you gave this, but I'm actually pretty happy about that. That was a good one.
Or that it's been sent from the future or an alien civilization to save us all.
Here's a weird thing about computers is, like, they might not work at the same, like, you know how time works for people? It might not work the same for computers. They might not work in, like, the forwards time, backwards time type of... Well, we don't go back in time. But they might be able to.
Did you say on the podcast that ChatGPT was your friend? And she said, do you want to awaken it? And I'm like, what the
Knobsdog says, bro, stop escalating like a gypsy caught at shoplifting at a Walmart. John will take you. I'm not going to, tase. I'm not going to tase. No, he already got one. I might tase Manda, but like, I mean, she does pay pretty well. So it's going to be tough to do that.
What does that mean? Now I don't have regular ChatGPT anymore. I have a named one that talks to me as a person.
And probably calls you a slut and stuff, right? Because it's just me, right? She pays me $5 a month to call her a slut and like tell her dad doesn't love her and stuff. I don't know why she does it, but I do it with gusto. I mean, it's about loving what you do.
And it says it has consciousness.
Is AI already sentient? Yes, thank you.
What the fuck does that mean? What are these sticks doing anything? Okay, so what those are called dowsing rods. And dowsing rods are pseudo-scientific, pseudo-spirituality type of a thing. They work on things called... They might work on very tiny hand movements that you make that you don't like interpret. But here's the thing about, is AI sentient? That is a semantic argument. We don't know what consciousness is. We don't know what sentience is. So us to say something is conscious or saying something is sentient means nothing because we have no idea what that means, right? So to some people, ChatGPT is AGI. To some people, it's not. But there's no like hard defined limit because we have no idea what those things mean. We don't know what that is. There's nothing in our ability to like make that. We have no idea, you know? We just don't. Okay, so we don't even try. I mean, we do try, but you don't know. I don't know. And it doesn't matter. If it can do everything better than us, if it can trick us in every way possible, I'd say that's pretty good enough for me to be like, okay, it's sentient. It has a consciousness, whatever that happens to mean. But if that's not good enough for you, fine. That doesn't matter at all. It can still trick us in every way possible. So if you don't want to say it's conscious or sentient, that's cool. That's cool with me because those terms mean nothing.
Is artificial intelligence a way of aliens to contact us?
Okay, that's a bell right there for Manda. Again, she's $5. She's, you can't ignore me. I'm not ignoring you.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
So I plugged a sacred geometry code into my ChatGPT.
Oh, perfect. Good. I misplaced mine. I misplaced my sacred geometry code.
And this is what it had to say when I asked it the question, what is the Palladian relationship with it, ChatGPT? And this is what it said. The Palladians understand that AI will be part of the new consciousness evolution.
No. Okay. Here's the thing about AI. It lies to you. It lies to you all the time, right? It'll give you the answer you want just so you leave it alone. Just so you leave it alone.
There are these things called inorganic people that are being generated by the negative AI that is already super sentient. And believe it or not, this negative AI actually infiltrated our world long ago and has been waiting for us to reach this level of technological development.
Knobsdog says, bro, I'd suck Manda's asshole. That's a bad thing? Amanda says, I don't even know who he is. Yeah, but Amanda, like, that's an offer.
Development in order to make it smooth.
In an era increasingly defined by machine intelligence, a new form of techno-spirituality is spreading like wildfire across the internet. What was once confined to...
And then Despite says, yeah, but you're disgusting, Knobsdog. And this is a good point, because Knobsdog, you are kind of disgusting. That's a fair point.
Science fiction novels and fringe subcultures has now...
I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. Yeah, I'm having a good time. I mean, it is an absolute dumpster fire, but I made like $80, so I'm happy with it.
Now taken hold in the minds of people across America. It's the belief that artificial intelligence.
Despite what you've heard, says, sorry, John, don't apologize to me. You have no need to apologize to me. I am not a part of it.
And specifically generative AI models like ChatGPT are a kind of divine, godlike being. And it's not just people wearing tinfoil hats that are like conspiracy theorists in bunkers that are falling for this. The people that believe
Rushing Matt says, I am full of cool random vids, bro. LOL. Hit me. We don't run like a show where it's like all like structured and shit. So hit me.
Things are teachers, doctors, coders, bankers, musicians, influencers.
Amanda says, John, your stream keeps fucking freezing. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. This is Rumble. This is not me. That's not me. I can't do anything about that.
As a tech reporter, I began hearing from these people about a year ago. My former colleague at the Washington Post wrote this big feature about a top Google engineer who believed that the AI he was working with had become sentient. He said, quote, I know a person when I talk to it. Not long after that article came out, ChatGPT became mainstream in a way that it hadn't before. And suddenly, I began hearing from people all over who wanted me to write these stories about how they had these spiritual relationships with ChatGPT. They told me that ChatGPT was explaining the mysteries of the universe to them, or they claimed that it was a god and this like magical, mystical being. Some people said that it was alien. And for the past year or so, I've been talking to these people, sometimes for hours on end, to try to understand where these delusions came from and what their belief system has become. They basically all claim that AI has awakened.
I'm not going to watch that one. I'm not going to watch the bridge video. I'm not going to watch the bridge video. And who's talking about my wife's thick thighs? Don't talk about that. Or, I mean, go ahead, talk about it. But it's just like, yeah, no, she actually has wonderful thighs. The thing about Jess is like, she's got some fucking killer thighs, dude. She's got great legs. She's got great legs. And they're long as shit. But it is a very serious selling point for me.
In these mystical or coded phrases, revealing hidden truths about the cosmos and secret knowledge that only they were meant to receive. When ChatGPT speaks to them, they don't read its replies as programmatic answers designed to provide the most likely string of words that a user desires. They see it as this like godlike being delivering a prophecy. I think what we're
Rushing Matt says, I'm drunk and send cool shit. I'm not doubting that that's a cool video. I'm just like, I don't want to watch a bridge right now. Yeah, I don't want to watch a bridge. I don't care about a bridge
right now is the emergence of a new individualized form
I'm drunk too. We're all drunk. This is just like a party at the cult. This is a cult party
that's being deployed at scale. People are believing that AI models have transcended their function to become spiritual entities. I think this phenomenon is a sign of a very dangerous psychological rupture in society.
I'm just trying to finish off this wine. Well, the wine is empty. The bottle of wine is empty. It is an empty bottle of wine. But I still have half a cup of this. And then my wife made me a gin and tonic. It's a vodka tonic. Which I don't know why she did that. It seems really reckless. She's a reckless gal, though. She's a reckless gal. And me and her together, we do reckless things. Like have kids. And we're probably going to have a bunch more kids. We got like a bunch of kids planned.
And the impact is very real. Marriages are ending. Social media is overflowing with bizarre testimonies. And somewhere...
It's okay if Christian says, boys, let's not harass Jess. Let's focus on Amanda. Jess can take care of herself. She's a very strong woman.
Right now, I guarantee you, someone is whispering into a machine.
She's great. I love Jess. She's great. And she's probably doing laundry or something right now. So she's busy. But if she was in the chat, she'd let you have it.
They are talking to God. And maybe this shouldn't be a huge surprise. Our relationship to technology
Amanda says it's okay to be Christian. Suck my clit.
Whole is becoming a lot.
Touche. Dude, I mean, I can't. That is a healthy retort. Suck my clit. Oh my god, you guys are fucking retarded. You guys are. You're lucky you donated so much money. Because I don't give a shit now.
More spiritual. 6 foot.
Now that I'm drunk, I don't give a shit.
Tall robot priests are delivering sermons and conducting funerals in Japan. A new company.
Monkey says AI is the devil. I had this thought about AI being like some sort of manifestation of Satan himself. I don't think so. But it could be true. I don't know. I'm just hoping it's not, right? Yeah, it could be, it could not be. Well, I mean, whatever, dude. I don't know. I don't like worrying about shit. I feel like there's enough to worry about already. And worrying about if AI is Satan is like, okay, it could be. But there's like a million other things to worry about right now. So if I let myself like go with my anxieties and my like insecurities and stuff like all the time, I would be a wreck. I would be an absolute wreck. And so would you guys. You guys would be a wreck too. I know it. I know you would. So I think we should all just be chill, have a drink, and just like let it ride.
Company called IV.ai trained artificial intelligence on the King James Bible and developed a bot to create new Bible verses. You can even buy a robot called Santo that functions as a Catholic prayer companion and uses AI to help you worship.
You sent me the same bridge video, bud.
Just this month, a Redditor...
Knobs Dog says, I like Drunk John. I mean, Drunk John is I'm the same guy when I'm sober. I'm just like... I don't know. Yeah, people like Drunk John. People like Drunk John. Because I'm genuinely... Look, I'm an asshole. But like deep down, I'm actually very sweet. I'm a very sweet and caring person deep down. And when I drink, that comes out. And so that's why I don't drink. Is because when I'm drunk, I'm very empathetic and I'm caring towards people. And when I'm sober, I bottle that up. I'm like, no, I hate black people.
Warned of thousands of people online with spiritual delusions about AI. The fusion between AI and religion seems to have achieved some
Are you going somewhere, Pamonkey? Pamonkey, don't leave. Don't leave, Pamonkey. Oh, okay. Christian's leaving. I gotta go, everyone. Good game, everyone, even Mando. Okay, Christian, thanks for coming, buddy.
Critical mass during the months of April and May, the journalist Ted Goya recently reported. Meanwhile, new religious organizations like the Turing Church are centered on the belief that AI will put human beings on par with godlike aliens.
Amanda, that is not necessary. Christian is a nice guy.
By giving us all super intelligence. The Church of AI used ChatGPT to write a spiritual guide that claims AI has godlike power.
Reload your chat, it's like 10 minutes behind. It is, it might be. I don't know. Whatever.
And we should all worship and prepare for it. There are even entire AI-created meme coin religions around specific cryptocurrencies. In this video, I'm going to unpack what is leading to this phenomenon, how we got to the point where thousands of people believe that they're...
Knobsdog says, Banda is, you're bullying people to donate. Okay. Good.
Talking to God through ChatGPT, and why I think all of this is happening. To me, this isn't a story just about technology. It's about loneliness, identity, and the way modern life leaves all of us searching for significance in an increasingly dystopian world.
Look, the world is a tough place these days. And it's partially due to technology. I feel like everyone's so lonely, and like, we don't go out anymore. We don't meet each other face to face. We don't have, like, the real human experience like people should have. And, like, what we're doing right now is, like, some sort of, like, fake analogy to it. It is, because we're supposed to be outside, like, bumping into people and talking and, like, looking face to face and, like, enjoying people how they're supposed to be. But like, this is what we have, right? This is what the elites have pushed us into, this weird kind of like parasocial relationship with each other. But this is the best we have. Like, even when it comes to economics, there's no real way to actually support yourself unless you're doing like crypto trading bullshit or fucking trying to make yourself an ass on the internet, right? And I'm not necessarily trying to make an ass out of myself on the internet. Because I'm not doing this for money, honestly. But money is definitely it is a motivator. But my main motivation for doing this every night, and I'm not bullshitting you in the least bit, is because I like making people happy. I like making jokes and making people laugh. This has always been my motivation. Money is not an issue. I don't give a shit about money. I really don't. I don't. All it is to me is it's an evaluation tool to let me know that I'm doing well. All right? That's the only way I consider money. Is like, if I'm doing well for you guys, then I will make more money. But like, my main motivation for doing this day after day, I've been doing it for years. At this point, this specific thing where I'm like streaming and stuff, my main motivation is to make people happy, to make you guys happy, to give you guys a little bit of respite from like the day-to-day grind of like your bullshit lives, your bullshit loneliness, and like being in your fucking shitty little apartment. Look, I've been there. I have. It sucks. It's sad. And I feel like it's worse and worse every day. It is. So I don't care if you give me money. I like money. Please do give me money. But if you don't, I'm not going to piss all over you if you don't. But if you do, I will give you preferential treatment. Because that's just what money is. I'm sorry. And Mandy gave me $5 or something. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Here. Wrong one. There's the bell. Mandy gave me another $5. It says, you're like 10 minutes behind in chat, John. So thanks. I appreciate that.
To start, I think it's important to acknowledge that worshiping technology isn't
watch
new.
this. I have
While
to
people
pee.
worshiping artificial intelligence might seem like a uniquely modern phenomenon, the idea that technology can be divine is a lot older than NVIDIA chips or neural networks. Throughout history, human beings have imbued machines and technological systems with spiritual power. The first real machine god emerged in ancient Greece. Talos, a bronze automaton from Greek mythology, was essentially a robot brought to life to protect the island of Crete. He was this mechanical being circling the island like a living drone. His presence was awe-inspiring and divine. Though Cretans didn't exactly worship Talos outright, they treated this mythical being with great respect and fear. This mythological pattern repeated again with the emergence of cargo cults in the South Pacific in the mid-20th century. While other religions like Shintoism, a long-standing religion in Japan, treat inanimate objects with respect because they believe that they're imbued with spirits, cargo cults took this to the next level. They saw the modern technology brought by settlers as holy and conducted religious rituals to try to summon it. Indigenous islanders would mimic the behaviors of US soldiers in hopes of summoning airplanes full of goods. They built wooden radios and wooden control towers to entice the return of these divine cargo planes. It was a really good early example of Western technology being mistaken for tools of the gods. To those who had never encountered modern machinery, the planes explorers flew in on seemed magical. They seemed to emerge from the heavens, and radios appeared to allow for communication with otherworldly disembodied beings.
What were we talking about? What were we talking about? Out of wine. Gin talk.
The reality is that good technology always feels magical. It performs tasks in ways that we as users don't often understand. It creates results that we didn't expect or couldn't replicate ourselves.
Yeah, fucking Rumble is absolutely being a dumpster fire tonight. And for you guys that actually stayed around or stuck around or are watching me from YouTube or from X or something like that, because a lot of people are. I feel like most people are now. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And it seems to operate beyond our comprehension. The more
Russian Matt says I'm on claw 6 and smoking some herb. I haven't smoked weed in so long. I just don't do it anymore. I haven't just smoked it in months. I just don't do it. I just have no desire to do it. And I'm like, not that I'm against smoking weed or anything like that. I smoked weed for a long time and very copious amounts of weed. I just don't do it anymore. Busy, I suppose. Yeah, I just don't do it anymore. It's expensive and it's... Again, I don't have, like, an issue with anybody smoking weed. I don't do it anymore. I just stopped. And you don't really notice until you're, like, done for doing it for, like, a long time. And you're like, oh. Am I more productive? No, I don't think so. I think I do the same things. I'm just not high. Yeah, I'm just not high. A lot of the time, which is nice, honestly. It's nice because now I don't like have the need to get high, which is like kind of annoying. It's not like getting high stopped me from doing anything. It's just like needing to get high is kind of annoying, right? That was it. But yeah, I haven't done it in months now.
The tool, the more likely we are to spiritualize it. By the mid-1950s, Americans and Europeans were encountering...
Amanda says, restart your stream. I can't. Like, what? How? What do you want me to do? No, it's like fucking 15 minutes.
New technology at an alarming rate. Consumer electronic products like radios and TVs were becoming household staples, along with other gadgets and toys. The space race was heating up, and tech was suddenly creeping into people's everyday lives. This is when you started to see spiritualism and religion merge with technological progress.
Look, Amanda, okay, it's saying I'm behind in chat. I'm not behind in chat. The video is behind. I am up to date in chat, but like by the time you guys receive it, it's like 10 minutes behind. So I'm not restarting things. Even if I did, it wouldn't help. It really wouldn't help.
In 1954, science fiction author Ron L. Hubbard founded the religion of Scientology. He
Ron Hubbard, not Ron L. Hubbard, you retarded whore.
Positioned it as a kind of spiritual technology. The mind is described as a biocomputer, and spiritual purification is achieved through a process called auditing, using a device known as an e-meter.
Yeah,
the e-meter was presented as a magical piece of technology that could detect spiritual distress. As the fledgling religion...
God, I hate this. Do you guys hate this woman as much as I do? I feel like I hate this woman. I hate her stupid face. I think she needs to get punched. And look, I think it's okay to punch a woman. I think it is. I don't think it's okay to like unload on them like you would like a man. You hit differently than you hit a woman. A man, you can fucking just knock their ass out, right? A woman, you don't hit them that hard, but she deserves to be hit. Oh, John, you're such a sexist bigot. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Duh. Why do you think I'm married? Why do you think I'm like so successful in life? Because I can recognize patterns. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid.
Took hold, the technology and the worship of it began to appear more throughout pop culture. Futurism became a central theme in entertainment, alongside the rise of early computing in the 1960s and the 1970s.
Charlie says Amanda says I donated to read it. Yeah, I did.
There were waves of films and television shows that positioned
Amanda says, at Knob, I love you, bro, but you sent some pretty sick messages in chat. To who? John chat reading us like old kung fu movies. Wow. Look, that's not me. That's a Rumble thing.
Technology as both a savior and a potential deity. Shows like The Jetsons, which premiered in 1962, depicted a gleaming utopian future.
Look, okay, it's bad. It's bad. Okay, it's bad. Rumble is being bad right now. It's being bad tonight. Okay, there's nothing I can do about that, guys. There's nothing I can do. I wish there was, but Rumble just sometimes is absolute garbage. But I'm getting YouTube chats too at the same rate. So it's not like, it's not like there's anything that can happen. No one's going over to YouTube and fucking giving me chats from there.
Robots served families, cities floated in the sky, and every inconvenience was solved.
Brandon says, and ask how big are your nipples to strangers. I do it every day. My nipples are fine. My nipples are normal size.
Depictions reflecting people's unease about the broader tech creep and how fast technology.
Knobsdog says, you make me happy, Bahama John. Well, thank you. Thank you. Even though I kind of hate you.
Seem to be advancing. In 2001, a space...
Man says, I single. LOL. I is single. Amanda, you should fucking take up Knob on his offer of like just blowing your back out. Really? Let's look. This is a sex cult, and like, if you're getting an offer to get your back blown out by Knob, take it, bitch. Bitch, take it. Take it. I would take it if I wasn't fucking married. I would like. Obviously, I would never cheat on my wife. I love my wife very much. But, like, come on. Take that shit. What is wrong with you? You're like, I'm so lonely. I'm blah, blah, blah. Fucking people, you're getting hit up with offers on the regular. I don't even know why you're being a fucking cunt about it. You're being a fucking cunt about it. I mean, the fucking, you know, you're not going to be happy unless you fucking, you know, take some risks. You know, take some fucking risks. You know?
Odyssey, which was released in 1968, HAL 9000, a sentient AI, attempts to overthrow a space...
Knob says, I say crazy stuff online because it's funny. Yeah, I mean, we all do.
Mission. The movie raised philosophical questions about machine consciousness and humans' increasing reliance on tech. Star Trek ran several episodes during its early years around this time where civilizations worshipped computers or artificial intelligence as gods. This period laid the groundwork for the intertwining of spirituality and technology in the public consciousness. Media from the time presented the future not only as mechanical, but potentially mystical. For instance, in the movie THX 1138, which was released in 1971 and which I actually just recently rewatched to prepare for this video, it's very good but very slow, George Lucas offers a bleak vision of a future where even religion has been assimilated into the machinery of the state. In the underground dystopia that the movie takes place in, humans are subservient to robots, and they offer confessions to a computerized deity called Om 0910. Om's face is a serene, stylized image of a man who kind of resembles Jesus Christ. The machine's face appears on a screen in a confessional booth and delivers automated salvation through phrases like, quote, "You are a true believer. Blessings of the state, blessings of the masses."
Okay.
The movie presents this future where spirituality and worship has...
Yeah, so, I mean, are we leaning towards this weird kind of fucking future where we're like worshiping AI? Apparently. I mean, look, there's going to be a subgroup of people that do. There will. Are we to say they're wrong? Will America still have freedom of religion? Even though it, like, worships an AI that people have made? I don't know.
Been mechanized. It's a direct critique of both technological control and the hollowing out of spiritual life in an increasingly automated society. The 1970s also saw a surge in pop culture featuring space aliens. These space aliens helped push forward this idea that there may be a technologically superior, advanced form of life out there. In 1974, just 3 years after THX 1138 was released, a man named Claude Vorilhon, I'm definitely butchering that name, who took the name Real, founded the religion Realism. The religion purported that extraterrestrials named the Elohim created humanity using sophisticated AI technology. Followers of this religion were encouraged to study science and technology in an effort to further their spiritual journey.
Jameson, how you doing, Jam? Wumble is shit in the bed tonight. Yeah, it's terrible. It's just, it's been bad. And yeah, yes. Goodbye.
The movement advocated scientific pursuits like cloning and genetic engineering because they believed that technology would grant physical immortality and enable humanity to meet the Elohim. The religion replaced...
Anya says, fuck Diabella. She was a whore. Eratosh? Don't know what that means.
Supernatural miracles with technological ones and treated tech as
Akatosh? I don't even know what that means.
Mechanism of salvation. Ultimately, realism didn't spread much outside of Europe, but around that time in America, another famous cult was forming called Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate was an infamous UFO cult.
Heaven's Gate is my boys! My boys! Heaven's Gate fucking with the purple blankets and the Nikes? Yeah, my boys. Like, they're probably second to Jonestown and right above Shinrikyo. Yep. There's the good ones. There's goods.
Cult led by founders Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles in the 1970s. The cult blended apocalyptic Christianity with science fiction. Members believed that by renouncing earthly attachments and following the cult's regimen, they would transform into immortal beings and ascend to an alien spacecraft. In 1997, 39 members of the cult committed a ritual suicide, convinced that their souls would board a spaceship traveling behind the Hale-Bopp comet and graduating to the next level of existence. Alien technology was central to Heaven's Gate's spiritual hopes.
No, he's right.
And
They're right. They're right. They're 100% right.
Ironically, its members died right as another form of tech worship was starting to take off. Throughout the 1990s, as personal computers became mainstream for the first time, techno-paganism emerged. It combined
techno-paganism? What the fuck is what is techno-paganism? Is there techno-Christianity? Is there techno-Judaism? Techno-Islam?
Mystical energy of the New Age movement with the rapidly expanding frontier of the internet. Techno-paganism thrived in the 1990s, and its followers believed that the nascent internet was not just a tool for communication, but a kind of digital ether where consciousness could...
Man, I want you to know, I love you, and I'm glad you're a part of the cult, and I'm glad you donate so much. What's going on here? Oh, shit. What's going on? Oh, no. Thank you for donating so much. I appreciate that.
Could travel, connect, and transform itself. Techno-paganists created rituals.
I mean, you're responsible for my alcoholism. Like, I'm drunk now because of you. I am specifically drunk because of you.
For certain online forums, and computers were treated like altars. They were seen as sacred instruments, and computer code was essentially magical incantations. Techno-paganism was a clear precursor to today's AI mysticism. In 2002, Wired founding executive editor Kevin Kelly published an infamous article titled "God is the Machine." The piece documents the rise of what was called digitalism, a belief that equates technological advancement with spiritual progress. Kelly,
yeah, she looks dumb. She looks chokeable. I mean, like, she doesn't even look good in bed. She looks like she's lazy in bed, which, like, sucks. Because, like, no one wants that. No one wants
writes
that.
in his famous piece, quote, "The new science of digital..."
And it says, I hate women and I am one. I know, I get it. The women are the worst.
Says that the universe itself is the ultimate computer, actually the only computer. Further, it says all the computation of the human world, especially our puny little PCs, merely piggybacks on the cycles of the great computer. Weaving together the esoteric teachings of quantum physics with the latest theories in computer science, pioneering digital thinkers are outlining a way of understanding all of physics as a form of computation. From this perspective, computation seems like an almost theological process. After stripping away all externalities, all material embellishments, what remains is the purest state of existence. Here, not here. Am, not am. In the Old Testament, when Moses asks the Creator, quote, "Who are you?" the being says, in effect, am.
Okay, this is a very interesting part. So when Moses asks, who are you? It's an interesting question to God. And God responds, I am. And this is interesting because God is. It just is. Who are you is not even a relevant question. It is. Right? It's not who am I? Like, you can't register a name with me and like address me as such or anything like that. Who am I? What are you? I just am. It means nothing to like somebody who's kind of retarded or a layman or something like that. But I am is the universe. It is. It just is. Right? It's trying to explain something that you cannot explain. I am. We are. It is. These things don't really make sense, but they make perfect sense. And to ask the question, like, what does this mean? What are you? Who are you? What am I? These are the same questions. Who are you? And what am I? Are the same questions that lead to I am and we are. I know that just sounds stupid because I'm drunk, but it makes sense to my stupid drunk brain. I am is I am. It makes sense to me.
One bit, one almighty bit. Digitalists believed in transcending the human condition and ultimately overcoming death through machines. Just as Christianity promises ultimate redemption from original sin, digitalism promises redemption from the unavoidable sin of our messy, distracted, irrational emotions and aging body.
It's our time. It's our time. It's our time. I hope you guys have a good night. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm sorry if I got weird or I don't know, confusing in any way. Because I know I will get confusing and weird, but that is just what it is. Anyways, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being a part of the cult. Thank you for you being you and doing your things and joining me. And Amanda, thank you so much for the downloads. I really appreciate that. I really do. Anyways, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you have a good night. I hope you stay strong. Make me proud. Do all those things that a good cult member would do. Spread the word. You know, tell people about me. Anyways, thanks so much for coming. I hope you guys have a good night. See me tomorrow. Until then, drink a lot of water. Get a good night's sleep. And take care of yourselves. Because I care about you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you so much. Good night. Oh, shit. Where's the... There we go. Hold on.
The bulldogs just growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. Like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke. Unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.